Here, I'm about to co-host Attack of the Show with this guy Chris Hardwick. I'm kind of nervous, actually.
Hey, Felicia, how's it going? I hope you don't mind me just going in. Holy crap! What is that?
It's a webcam.
A web what?
It's a camera.
No. How long have they had that?
Forever. Like what? Don't you do Gadget prawn?
I don't know any of that stuff. They just tell me what to say. Hello, I'm touching your screen.
Okay, so I'll see you in a minute.
My head is cut off. Oh, okay. I'm just a mouth. That is really awesome.
Apparently computers have cameras now.
Yeah, you're really
awesome.
not talented in that.
Yeah, sure. I appreciate that.
Okay, bye.
Attack of the Show. Attack. Attack. Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, team's only source for all the stuff you care. Chris Hardwick.
And I'm
Felicia Day! Kevin and Olivia are on the East Coast eating cheesesteaks and taking pictures of Liberty Bell and looking for some treasure that they left by the Masons.
We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles. Coming up on the show, more fallout from Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift. More of that. Enjoy a 1,000-year-old man burning the egomaniac in Around the Net. Then we kick off the Gadget Prom Pocket Video Showdown. 3 camcorder hitters, 1 camcorder lead. Today's victim, the Kodak Beat.
And to pull us, we sent Allison Hayslip to the set of Community to get some higher learning, but all she found was tall and funny Joel McHale. I guess I don't have to do. I love Joel. And Interstellar Honey Elise Levesque from Stargate Universe drops by. We've been warned about her potty mouth, and we are prepared with the delay button, because in space, no one can hear you drop the F-bomb.
It's time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
We call that Around the Net.
Oh, I like that part.
That's right here.
Do it.
A smooth-talking foreign gentleman has a special message for the ladies.
He is clearly impressed with his own cycling skills, but he definitely shouldn't be.
Negócio é adrenalina em 2 rodas.
To be hot, but that was like the unhottest thing on a motorcycle I've ever seen.
Oh, hubris. You're so much better when large machines are involved.
Today's number 4 item comes to us from last night's Country Music Awards. Now, okay, at this point, you and everybody else is tired of the jokes about the Kanye speech.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, I'm tired of that now, too.
But you haven't seen Kanye burned up by 88-year-old country music legend, Little Jimmy Dickens.
Excuse me, I'll let you finish later. Now, Brad Paisley, I know you had a nice video and all that, but Taylor Swift made the best video in
That was a 11-y. Taylor Swift made the best. Who put all this poop in my underwear? Too soon.
I don't have anything to say about that.
You're not supposed to feed little Jimmy Dickens after midnight, by the way. By the way, is Taylor Swift just like forever she's going to be the chick who was upstaged by Kanye?
Yes, unless she releases some, crazy bedroom tape, or she reveals she's an intergalactic lizard person sent here to rule the world.
That would be awesome if that were the case.
That's true.
But I don't think it is. All right, our number 3 video features, there's just no delicate way to go about this. Felicia?
No, it's a crazy gentleman chasing a laser pointer like a cat. It's not delicate.
Get it on him. Dude, you don't think it's a script?
Kind of behind the pole.
No.
Game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that gentleman is a crackhead, but if there were a crackhead mod for Sims, it would look very similar to that. Because we originally thought that this was shenanigans, because easily that guy's pals could have him go out on the street and then tape him acting like a crazy person.
No, but at the end of the video, the police show up and arrest this guy, so it's like for real.
Yes, so thus shenanigans court turns the case over to actual court.
Okay, so we've all played more than our fair share of video games. Which means we also all have to sit through more than our fair share of adequate voice acting in the video games.
Voice acting.
Yes.
In some games, voice acting can make or break your level of emotional attachment to the story.
Needless to say, this collection you're about to hear is like, oh, whatever. This is the best video ever.
I didn't ask to be photographed.
What did you say? Your face was asking. That's why I took the photo.
Oh, no. Something's coming. Oh, no. He's going to explode.
Now bear my Arctic blast.
Tom left a message. He wrote it on the floor in his own blood.
In his blood? Way to go, kid.
That explains it. That smell wasn't this toilet. It was a dead body.
I have to stay alive and write this article before I die.
Okay. I have to jump that crevice.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wily.
It sounded like they just pulled a janitor into the booth. They're like, the dude didn't show up. Just
hey, Lou, you want to come in and play us science? We'll give you a bottle of booze. I've been waiting to hear those words my whole life. I can nail this in one take. Oh, hey, by the way, sorry, we're having too much fun being characters. Still ahead, Risky Business gets a whole lot riskier.
See a pants-free floor slide that goes worse than you think it will, and a #1 around the
Sweet. Tired of trading in your video games for a fraction of what you paid for them? Well, SwitchGames.com cuts out the middleman so you can trade your used games directly with other gamers. Create an account and start building the list of games you have to trade. Then add the titles you want to your wish list. Now you can browse all the other Switch game users who have the games you want, and you can offer one or more of yours in trade. But the best way to find trading partners is the site's SwitchBot feature. Let's say you own Uncharted 2. SwitchBot automatically finds users who want it and shows you all the games on your wish list that you can trade for it. All that's left to do is make a trade offer. Want to know who to trust? Just look for users with badges earned from successful trades. Trade for free and just pay shipping, or take the safe route and pay $5.95 for an insured trade. So start getting the most out of your dusty old games with a free account at SwitchGames.com. Chris, Felicia, you guys, them. Today's #1 comes to us from 1983's Risky Business. Sort of. Tom Cruise's iconic slide entrance from stage left has been imitated countless times, and even, by the way, used recently in the commercial to sell Guitar Hero.
And now there's a brand new take on Bob Seger's nostalgic old-time rock and roll epic dance number that you would definitely kill yourself trying to do. Don't try to do this.
I wish the music had kept playing while she's just lying on the floor bleeding.
She's like, I'll just Swiffer around your brain a little bit. That was gross.
That was an awesomely slick floor. Apparently the riskiest business of all is keeping your hardwood floors clean. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all these viral videos we have to offer, go to the all-new G4TV.com/aroundthenet.
So usually when the show sends Allison Hayslip on an assignment, it's really dangerous, you know, like automatic gun shows, swimming with sharks, knife juggling competitions. Poor girl.
She's kind of like the rag doll. They'll just throw her against the wall and be like, yeah, this happens when you throw a person against the wall. And
like
she's so resilient.
Trials HD?
Yeah.
I like that game.
Just throw her around. She's a good sport. She puts up with a lot of stuff on the show.
Yeah, she's cute, too.
Yeah, she's spunky. Well, this week we finally took... She is.
Funky smelling?
No.
It's not a good
She's
word.
spunky.
Oh, spunky.
Spunky.
Sorry.
And she smells great.
All right, more information than I needed.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, you can only steal so much of her socks.
So weird.
This week we took pity, and we actually sent her somewhere safe. The set of the TV program Community. We're pretty sure nothing will try to kill her there, hopefully.
Junior college. A haven for slackers, stoners, and middle-aged dropouts. Seems like a perfect fit for Joel McHale and NBC's newest comedy, Community.
It's got a real Phil Spector vibe going.
This season, NBC's Thursday night lineup is teaching audiences a thing or two about comedy with Community, a new series with a cast as eclectic as you'd find on campus. When you describe this show to people, what do you tell them it is?
I go, it is nothing like anything you've seen on G4.
Pavel's making babka.
It's about a DUI lawyer, played by me, Ryan Seacrest. And I have to go back to college because I lied about having a college degree to the state bar.
What do you think it is about this show that sets it apart from the other comedies that are out right now?
I don't know.
You need to move on with your life.
Yeah, move on with my life. Shmoo, shmon, shmish, my shmife.
What's it like on set just working with a lot of people with ADD?
You totally have to raise your game. You know what I mean? You can't come to work tired or lazy. You have to really be ready because at any time somebody could throw something your way and it could be like comedy gold.
I need a few more shakes.
Shake them in your mind.
As long as you can throw something out there every 10 to 15 minutes, you're fine. But, I mean, I'm not a comic. Basically, I just smile and enjoy it. I will slap that smug look right off your pointy face. Nothing is sacred here at Community. Today we're doing the Greendale debate. We have a rivalry with a guy in a wheelchair.
I always envision my opponent having aggressive sex with my mother.
We basically make fun of the kid in the wheelchair for as long as possible.
Do you think you might be going to hell for this?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Man is good!
Oh, I hate this guy.
I didn't even drink in college. Like,
back the truck up.
I know. I missed a class. Wah, wah.
Isn't that why we go to college?
I went to learn.
I don't get it.
Did you yourself go to college?
Yes, I did.
Any of this show bring back horrible memories from that point?
There's similar, like, weird little college moments where I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember being in the study group and wanting to leave.
You guys weren't in Spanish class.
Night Rider Marathon.
Shadowy flight into the world of a man who does not exist.
Chevy Chase and Joel McHale in a class all their own. It's like the Breakfast Club, but with old people. Well, oldish.
I hate you. And I want to have your children.
Community college. What about you? Where did Grandpa learn about pottery?
Well, now it's time for my favorite segment. It's Gadget Prawn.
Well, today is the first in a series of 3 prawns about pocket camcorders. That's right, it's the Pocket Video Showdown. Oh, tiny camcorders, you're so cute, like baby pandas. I want you.
Yes, they're adorable. But I have to ask you, is cuteness worth well over $150? We will tell you.
Pocket video cameras have evolved a lot in the last few years, but Kodak made an entirely new species with the Z8. Not only is it thin and light, but it also records video at 1080p with built-in image stabilization and face detection. You can even shoot up to 10 hours of high-def footage on an SDHC card or take 5-megapixel photos. So drop the Z8 in your pocket for $155.
So this is actually the largest pocket camcorder in our showdown.
It is. It's like it looks like the old Palm, the Trios.
Yeah, my dad wore one on his belt with a protector.
It's the Nelson Muntz of video cameras.
What?
This is big chunky bully. When you see it compared to the other 2 cameras we're reviewing this week, it's the biggest one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't get your reference.
All right.
I'm stupid.
That's all right.
Awkward. It's a little thicker than a cell phone. It's almost about an inch thick, and it's the same dimensions as an iPhone. So what do you think about this? Is it too large to be carrying around? What?
It's, oh my God, that's so heavy. Listen, before I answer, I should say that, this full disclosure, Kodak gave me one of these for free when I did a Twitter event a couple weeks ago.
Why didn't I get one?
I think you already had one, right? Didn't you already have one? That's why you didn't get one.
Maybe I get.
Do you want 2 of everything?
Yes.
Damn. This girl's on fire.
Send me one.
All right, we'd already planned on reviewing this anyway. I think it feels a little bulky to me,
It's very heavy.
for what it is. But let's go on with the review, and you'll see there's a few extra features.
Well, they crammed a lot of features into the Z8 that other pocket camcorders don't have, like image stabilization and macro mode. So, does all this stuff work really well?
It's okay. The image stabilization is only electronic, so it seems a little jumpy. You can see right there. That's the opposite of stable. Face detection and macro mode are definitely helpful in getting close-ups and adjusting focus around the face area. You can even take still shots, which is pretty cool, but the quality is only okay. The main problem is it is a pain in the ass to use these features. So the little joystick, the pleasure nub of the camera, is very hard to move. You're always accidentally selecting stuff because you're bumping into it right there. Overall, the features are pretty cool to have. It's just not that easy to use.
Pleasure nub? I don't even want to touch it now. So it records in full HD, 720p and 1080p, which is definitely unique among little cameras. So does that mean that the image quality is...
We were surprised. It was not that great, actually. Normal light and outdoor footage looks pretty good. Hey, that's my dog Scott, my cat Luca. There was actually a shot where he licked her in the butt, but we couldn't show that. You know, a cat's butt looks like a little cooked shrimp. He went right for it. Colors are accurate and vibrant, although it's still... I'm sorry, it's just
a cooked shrimp?
It does look
Did
like
you
a
really
cooked...
have to say that?
He licked her in the shrimp, all right? That's what happened. So just get past it. They're animals. Yes, a cat and dog relationship would not be accepted in society. They are bold and courageous. So low light is where this thing suffers. It has the most noise blur and blur of the camcorders we tested. You can see in the dark there. Image stabilization, face detection didn't really work here either. So
okay, well that sounds promising. It has the most features for the least amount of money at $155. So look, is it worth it? Tell me.
It's completely up to the consumer. I mean, like, if you really need all these features, including the expandable SDHC memory card, then I guess it's worth it. If you'd rather have better image quality, honestly, when I opened up some of these images in QuickTime, the quality was grainy. It just didn't look amazing. So, I don't know. I would say let's wait around for the next 2 pocket camcorder reviews before you rush out and buy some. And then also, that 6-minute video of my cat and the dog, it's 282 megs, which is enormous.
Well, if you include the little shrimp thing, 100,000 kids on YouTube. So,
what I really want to see is shrimps in stunning HD clarity.
That's what everybody wants. So what is your rating on this?
Felicia, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I think it could have been a little bit better, but that's it for today's Gadget Prawn.
But, but the Pocket Camera Showdown continues on Monday with a brand new member of the Itty Bitty Camera Committee.
Yeah. Right now, however, we're going to talk ninjas. On December 12th, G4 takes the best U.S. athletes and puts them to the ultimate test, American Ninja Warrior.
Until only 10 survivors remain to run Japan's legendary Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Check out the all-new G4TV.com/American Ninja for more info and just added exclusive content. But still ahead, Elise Levesque from Stargate Universe will show us just how dirty she really is.
What? I don't know what was telling you that, but seriously, somebody's going to get punched.
What a lady. And Chris Gore traveled to Wyoming to talk about 2012 with Roland Emmerich and George Clooney. Because when the apocalypse comes, apparently the high flames are the place to be.
What happens next?
Ah, the age-old tale of the skater and the rail. What happens next? Does he make it all the way? Does he slip and fall in his junk? Or does the guy filming drop the camera and miss everything? Find out when we return. Ah, the age-old tale of the skater and the rail. What happens next? Does he make it all the way? Does he slip and fall in his junk? Or does the guy filming drop the camera and miss everything? Ah, skaters, won't you ever learn? Ah, well, we're not complaining. And that's how girls are made.
Yes, wow. Oh, so we're live. It's obvious, but we are.
Yes, and the news meter is going off the charts. I have Blair Herder here. Blair, are you there?
Chris, you're right. Where is that coming from?
Oh,
it is coming from that camera.
Right
Let us release it with the feed. Come to me, news. Come to me. It is Thursday, November 12th, and here are your top stories. Big surprise here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 just made history. In one day, the game sold over 4.7 million copies and became not only the fastest selling video game, but also the largest entertainment launches ever. It easily broke the previous game sales record held by Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, which sold a piddling 3.7 million copies in one day. And to put this into an even larger perspective, Modern Warfare 2 raked in $310 million for Activision in one day, which is astonishing considering that this year's biggest blockbuster, Transformers 2, only made $220 million in its entire opening weekend, and that had Megan Fox's ass, people. So far, analysts are predicting that the game will sell over 12 million copies before the end of the year. And I really, really wish I owned some Activision stock right now. Or any stock. I'm broke. Hoping for even faster processes? You're greedy! Well, they might come sooner than you think, as Intel and Advanced Micro Devices announced today they would settle all legal disputes against one another and begin collaborating. For using unfair business practices to monopolize the computer chip market, Intel will pay AMD a whopping $1.25 billion in cash, and AMD will drop their antitrust lawsuits against Intel. This settlement is a landmark in that it will allow both companies to share information in hopes of developing new chip technology. Corporate heads from both companies see the pact as a move towards peaceful times in the microprocessor marketplace. And that's a bloody place, you know what I'm talking about, always fight. But no new technology has been announced from either mega corporation quite yet. This is weird. Facebook and Pancakes have set a man free from jail. Allow me to explain, my friends. 19-year-old Rodney Bradford was arrested for robbery and jailed for 12 days until a Facebook status update cleared his name. I can't believe I get paid to read stuff like this. Facebook verified that Rodney had posted the update from his home within minutes of the time of the robbery, so there was no way he could have done it. So you ask, what does this all have to do with the aforementioned pancakes, Blair? Well, let me tell you. The New York Times said that Rodney's status update was indecipherable street slang, but we actually found the actual post. Maybe you guys will know what he's talking about. And I quote, "On the phone with this fat chick, where are my IHOP?" End quote. What does that mean? And finally, we have a double dose of Joss Whedon news. Yesterday, we learned that, sadly, Whedon's Fox series Dollhouse had been canceled, despite its cult following. But the cancellation of Dollhouse may help speed up production on a sequel to the Dr. Horrible sing-along blog, Whedon's much-loved online musical. Whedon's brother Zach told MTV that Joss had already written several songs for the second installment of the musical web series, and that it will begin filming as soon as Dollhouse wraps. Horrible stars Neil Patrick Harris and Nathan Fillion will both return, but there is no word yet on whether Felicia Day will be back. Well?
No, they'll just kill me again if I say no. My lips are sealed.
That's a fair answer, Felicia Day. I'm Blair Herder, and you have just been fed. Back to you guys.
Hey, it's us again. 2012, the year the Mayans don't really predict the world will end. Also, it's a movie.
We sent Chris Gore to investigate the myth, the movie, and the Mayans. Weirdly, he just found John Cusack.
Oh, nice.
The Mayans called it. The world is coming to an end, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's the apocalypse.
2012 is a modern-day Noah's Ark story that puts John Cusack on the run to save his family from the world's inevitable demise. And humanity's last hope is a big-ass boat.
When they tell you not to panic, that's when you run!
What makes this one the ultimate disaster film?
Because in this one, it's really the end. It's actually a modern retelling of the oldest story we have. It's like a modern retelling of Noah's Ark story.
There's a real humanity. You really care about all the individual stories.
Yeah, that was really smart, the way that they wrote it, because as it got bigger and crazier, the geography of the characters got smaller as far as where they could be safe, and their time ran out. It would just get more intimate.
You know, there's kind of something for everybody. There's a character in this movie that everybody can relate to and see themselves in. Once you do that, you start to ask yourself the same questions that these characters ask themselves. And in the face of the end of everything, you know, obviously the questions are going to be pretty epic.
Holy...
In a good disaster movie, you have to kind of find the right balance between characters and visual effects.
Roland really wanted to have real character moments in the script, and I think he doesn't feel like it really works to blow things up and have this sort of massive effects one after the other without having sucked the audience in by having them invest with these characters.
All stay together.
Action!
How did you deal with the special effects this time around? Did you use some practical models in addition to a computer?
This is the first movie I did where there was not one model. It's just now come to the point where we don't need models anymore. When you shoot a model once, you have a shot, and then you can pretty much live with it. In a CGI, you can still tweak and turn, kind of shade it a little bit different, so you can make it better and better.
Why do you think that, culturally speaking, we have an obsession with the end of days?
We know that in terms of cinema, it is a looking glass. It's a great metaphor for looking at ourselves, for looking at what is important to us, what we ultimately value.
Oh my God! The Mayans foresaw the end of the world, but I think that what they may have foreseen was your trailer. Do you have a plan for that date?
I always say I go skiing, At least I'm in the highest mountain.
A visual tsunami of special effects and destruction, this is the mother of all disaster movies. If you want to see just how bad the future's going to suck, check out 2012. You've been warned.
Of course, 2012 Panic is a big business.
Not only is this movie probably going to make like $1 billion this weekend, but they're already increased sales of canned foods, bottled water, and fallout shelters, and
calendars.
Hello, I'm a famous anthropologist, and this is the famous and mysterious Mayan calendar, which many people believe predicts the end of the world in the year 2012. But those people are stupid. Smart people like me know the Mayans left a rich tradition in calendar making, which continues to this day. Known as the timekeepers of Mesoamerica, the Mayans produce high-quality calendars for a variety of interests, which now you too can own for yourself. Sports fans, if you think the World Series or Super Bowl are exciting, you need to own this deluxe Mesoamerican Pitts calendar. Chock full of the star athletes of the day, you'll practically be brought back in time to the ball court, where winning brought glory and losing brought a horrible, horrifying death. Animal lovers, fear not. This beautiful Mayan calendar has vicious jungle cats in 12 hilarious poses to inspire you and make you think. He doesn't do Mondays, but who does? Am I right? And ladies, order up a steaming slice of the Mayan Fire Warriors calendar. 12 of Mesoamerica's hottest ancient fire warriors extinguish the passions of your heart. And don't forget, our collection of one-a-day Mayan calendars laugh along with the Lupacatel, the everyman surf. The Macatel, you'll never get a break. So be sure to buy all of these calendars soon, because I want to be able to spend the money before the world ends on December 21st, 2012. The Lupacatel.
So you're about to see a lot of me in a row because it's time to attack these gadgets. Have too many trips to the pharmacy gotten the best of your memory? Then you'll want to pick up our first item, the Spy Camcorder Sunglasses 2 from OTAS. These Japanese shades come complete with a built-in camera, MP3 player, 4 gigs of memory, and a USB 2.0 port. The camera only captures pictures and videos in whopping 1.3 megapixels, so it's not good quality at all. But it will never leave you forgetting where you put the keys. Order your pair for roughly $220 at geekstuff4u.com. If you're like me, then your lifelong dream has been to join the PBA, but the inability to actually bowl or do anything with balls has hindered all your chances. Luckily for us, 900 Global has created the remote control bowling ball. This marvel of modern robotics is controlled by a remote, allowing the operator to steer the ball left to right as it rolls down the lane. Why would you want this? As an added bonus, they've built in fun flashing lights that let everyone know in your league know that you're a big D-bag. So, get your own pin-seeking ball for the mere price of $1,500. Yeah, right? And finally, the Google Android invasion continues to spread its robotic tentacles out into the world. This time, it's found on a home on a digital photo frame. The Grande Specchio, the Biparrot, has a 10-inch display complete with the Android OS. It has the normal functions you would find on a digital frame, like framing, but it also allows you to browse the net, check emails, and stream content from Flickr. Again, why would you need that? If you need more, it has a search mode that will browse the internet for pictures of people and supply you with a never-ending wave of strangers. That's just really creepy. Hopefully it has a parental filter, otherwise it can be really awkward when your family comes to visit and you have, like, you know, a weird search on it. The Grande Specchio is slated to drop later this year. Head on over to the all-new g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these new releases and more. And stay tuned. Elise Levesque from Stargate Universe will open up the interdimensional portal on our set. Or, you know, maybe just talk about her show a little bit. She is up next.
Guest routinely travels through strange portals to other dimensions on Stargate Universe. Why don't we take a look?
So, your first alien planet. Everything you expected? More? Less?
We saw what it was going to be like on the Kino.
True.
But it is nice to get off the ship, get some fresh air. Even if it is a bit sticky.
So you're not nervous at all? Afraid some giant alien insect is going to come out and bite you? Sorry, I'm sure it's perfectly safe.
Everyone has to pitch in and do their share.
Including you, Eli.
Joining me now, thankfully still in one piece, Elise Levesque is here. Spoiler alert, did your character Chloe just die?
Well, you know what, Chris? What happens in space stays in space.
Oh, damn it.
So I can't really give you a straight-up answer, but what I can tell you is that if you tune in this Friday, you might, you know, get the answer you're looking for.
Wait, might? Am I going to get the answer or am I not going to get the answer? Because I'm going to sleep until then.
I can tell you. All I can say is it's sci-fi, so anything can happen. I could die 10 times and come back 10 times, and it's all right.
What is it like shooting on actual other alien planets? That's how it works, right?
It's, yeah, literally. Like, we really do go to space. We take the Stargate from the Bridge Studios in Vancouver to the Destiny, which is somewhere in space, like millions and billions of light years away. And, yeah.
Could Richard Dean Anderson beam his consciousness into MacGyver? Because that would be awesome if he could do that.
It would be. I think we should have an episode all about that, actually.
And how come no one's like, why can't you fix the ship, MacGyver? Like, sarcastically.
Because he really does have all the answers.
He really does.
He really does.
So, when we spoke with you on the set of Stargate Universe, I think we almost had to get a restraining order from Blair Herter, but how did that go?
You know what? I've been carrying a torch for that guy.
Really?
Ever since. I really, really have.
I can't believe he's not here.
But then I heard that he was spreading rumors about me.
Oh,
okay?
well, there was
little unfounded rumors, and I was like, you know what?
One tiny pregnancy rumor is not that big of a problem.
Even if it's true.
Even if it's true, it's totally fine. Your character can get pregnant in space. So
No, you can't get pregnant. There's no.
You can't get pregnant in space?
There's no gravity.
Damn it! I should be taking girls to space.
I'm just making this stuff up as I go.
I just had this horrible, like, thought of a floating. That doesn't matter. All right. Back to serious journalism, at least. Things can get a little tense on shows like yours. You guys shoot long hours. I mean, you know, sitcoms are awesome because it's like 10 to 5 and you're done.
Yeah.
But, you know, you shoot these single camera shows. And
16-hour days.
You can work 16-hour days in the middle of the night. What's it like?
You know, what gets me through the day is this little device we have on the set called a fart machine.
And fart machine would be code for?
Fart
Good.
machine.
Good.
Yeah, it's this fantastic little device that Louis Ferrer got his hands on in the pilot. And he makes it his business to punk people on the set.
Oh, that's awesome.
On a regular basis, you know.
Our sound guy Marcos is a fart machine too.
But it's not just any kind of fart, you know. It's that really like you just ate like Taco Bell and then you took some X-Lax.
it's really,
so
really specific.
It's really got a specific tone to it. Not that I would know.
So there's a wet dry scale.
From 1 to 10, it's like an 11.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
It's up there.
So and no one has a problem if like someone's really trying to get into a scene. They're like, we have to get off this ship, and then like that's all right.
No, you gotta roll with it. That's the thing. Like farts happen.
So you know what? Bumper sticker. Farts happen. Farts happen. Fartshappen.net.
Farts happen. True story.
Rumor is it here, and I don't mean to get too personal, but you have kind of a filthy mouth. Would you like to tell
That
us?
is a bunch of bull.
Okay.
I don't know what was telling you that, but seriously, somebody's gonna get punched. Somebody's gonna get it.
It's gonna get punched. What happened?
Out.
What happened?
I don't know. I've yet to actually do that, but I'm sure it's gonna hurt because I work out. So.
I heard there was a story where you were doing the commentary for.
Oh yes. I was doing a DVD commentary for the pilot episode with Brian Jacob Smith and David Blue, and there's this fantastic little scene in the pilot, it's quite infamous. It's that closet scene where Lieutenant Matthew Scott and Vanessa James, the touching tongues among other things, and I asked Brian just flat out, like what was it like wearing a sock? And I was immediately it was like some people came at me from the darkness in the room and hauled me off and put me in solitary confinement.
That is ridiculous.
My lesson. So I was seriously reprimanded.
Next time, refer to it as the sperm globe jacket.
That's the technical name for it?
That is the technical name for it.
Okay.
Elise Levesque, you are a delight. It was so awesome. Thank you so much for coming down and sharing with us. I'm sure Blair Wendell will be waiting outside for you. And we'll get that restraining order. Stargate Universe airs on Sci-Fi on Friday nights. Check it out. Cool.
Till ahead, What's Up with the World takes you to a Czech beer spa and a South African bikini walk. Yeah, you're welcome. But first, John Hodgman has a very important message for you.
Hello, I'm John Hodgman with more information than you require. Today is November 12th. On this day in 1943, Wallace Shawn was born. Insofar as Wallace Shawn pioneered the role of the highly educated writer-turned-nebbishy character actor, one could argue that I would have no career were it not for Wallace Shawn. It's also true that he would have been cast as the PC had I not poisoned him with iocane powder. I'm John Hodgman, and this has been an excerpt from my book, More Information Than You Require, now available in paperback.
The workers demand more attack of the show. We'll be right back.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS. Modern Warfare gets a threequel, and a passed-out guy gets humped by a horny dog on Around the Net. Then it's an AOTS comedy classic with a twist. It's M. Night Shyamalan's video diary from Lady in the Water. And Zach Gilford from the critically acclaimed series Friday Night Lights will be here to talk about his hit show. See you tomorrow!
We still got some more soul, people. Have you ever longed for a Czech beer spa or a South African bikini walk?
No.
Me too! And here's What's Up with the World.
If it's one thing the world could use more of, it's bots, beer, and boobs. So, grab your passport and let's find out what's up with the world. First up, the United Arab Emirates is getting the replicant treatment with Sina, an Arabic-speaking robot. Named after the 11th century philosopher, Sina speaks classical Arabic, recognizes faces, and connects to the internet to retrieve data. Developed by the Interactive Robotics Media Lab, Sina's vocal engine comes from a French company called Acapella, while its mechanics were designed by Hanson Robotics, the same company that created the Einstein robot. Sina is now working as a receptionist for offices in Dubai, where, sadly, its most impressive feature is probably overlooked. It gives kisses! This must be a common formality in the Middle East, right? Here in the States, we like our beer in either a red cup or a glass pint. But in Eastern Europe, things are a bit different. The Czech, for example, like their beer in a bathtub. That's right, the world's first beer spa. Diagonal View reports that in Chodowa-Plana, a small market town just west of Prague, the Chodovar family brewery has created the ultimate recipe for muscle relaxation. And the key ingredient? Booze! Mixed with hops, yeast, and special herbs, the dark bath beer and mineral water are set to 94 degrees Fahrenheit in a titanium alloy bath. Dr. Vocati, the creator of the beer spa, says that the mineral water helps remove carbon dioxide, which soothes the capillaries. The beer spa costs $30 for a single bath or $50 for a double. And although drinking the beer from your tub is frowned upon, we'd like to tip a glass to the Czech Republic anyway. Cheers to your health! From booze to boobs, South Africa was recently home to the world's largest bikini walk. It all went down in the city of Johannesburg, where 287 women hit the streets sporting nothing but red bikinis. The girls walked 1 mile under the South African sun as a way of celebrating their femininity and spreading awareness on breast cancer. And aware we are. According to No Comment TV, the parade broke the world record for the most bikinis worn in one place at the same time, which was previously held by a group of hot American chicks in Las Vegas. But alas, the South Africans got us beat by 6 girls. That is 12 boobs, people. Well deserved. So if you love robots, beer, and breast parades, head on over to these countries where Arabic-speaking robots, bathing in ale, and marching bikinis is totally cool.
The beer thing, as a girl, like, do you really want beer in your hoo-ha?
I don't know if that's where you want to put beer.
I don't want to put beer up.
That doctor looked healthy. Do you think I can order some kind of kissing robot on eBay?
Probably not. But I'm pretty sure you can find one on Craigslist, or at least someone who will act like one for you.
Yay!
Today's epic fail comes to us from a Chinese zoo.
Now, in this clip from Break, one of China's national symbols makes an uncharacteristically clever and fast movement.
Wow, that panda was running away from the zookeeper almost as fast as it's running away from evolution.
Yeah, I know. Hey, pandas, newsflash. Learn how to do it with lady pandas so you don't go extinct. Until then, your species is fail. Felicia Day, everybody! Quickly, where can people find you online besides at Felicia Day on Twitter?
Yeah, watch theguild.com. Watch the guild there.
Theguild.com, Felicia Day and Elise LeBest, thanks for being here.